Before we get started, do me a favor and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. Okay, according to this T-Fuel staking rewards estimator on Databoard.io, the rewards for staking 10,000 T-Fuel is just a little over 2 T-Fuel per day on average, or 68 T-Fuel per month. Now, if I told you that you can 10x those returns by yield farming, would you be interested? I certainly would be. Now, I've had people say, well, yield farming has a lot of risks to it. Well, that may be true. I know I've looked at the various possibilities, and there are some possible risks involved. However, what I'm suggesting is, like in my case, I've got about 12,000 T-Fuel that I have earned from staking that are not currently staked to anything. I got those essentially for free. So what am I really risking if I take those and go yield farm with them, and instead of getting the yield that I would by staking them to an edge node, if I can get 10x the return on something that I haven't got any money invested in, those roughly 12,000 T-Fuel. I didn't invest any money in those. I got those simply from staking T-Fuel. So what am I really risking? Nothing. If I can take them and get 10x the rewards by putting them in a liquidity pool instead of staking them to my elite edge node, what's the harm, right? If I lose it all, I'm losing something that didn't cost me anything. So to me, it's worth the risk. So what exactly is yield farming, you ask? Well, yield farming is when you use your T-Fuel along with another crypto to form a pair that you use to provide liquidity in a DApp such as VoltSwap. So because you're helping to provide liquidity in the VoltSwap DEX, you get to share in a portion of the fees paid by those using the DEX to swap one crypto for another. Okay, let's talk about 10,000 T-Fuel that are sitting in my wallet, not staked, and therefore not earning me anything. So I need to put them to work. I've got two options. I can either stake those 10,000, and at the end of the year, based on the calculations of the staking rewards calculator here, I will have an additional 830 T-Fuel to add to my 10,000 basically. And the other option is to take those 10,000 and use them to yield farm. So let's take a look at the numbers for that. Okay, so we're looking at the farm view page on the VoltSwap website, and I set up a very small amount of T-Fuel and Volt. So it's showing that the amount that I've got will earn, if I were to leave it in there for a year, it'll earn 76%. And then over here, this next part is the multiplier that starts out at 1.0, and I just set it up last night, so already less than 24 hours it's at 1.1x. and then this next thing over here shows the amount of rewards that it has earned so far, which is very small. It's 0.08 volt, and that's because I've got such a small amount, you know, that those numbers are going to be very small. But the APR is the important thing. If you look at the APR, if I was to have 10,000 in there and convert half of it to Volt, because what I've got is a pair set up with T-Fuel and Volt. There are other coins that you could pair your T-Fuel that will pay you much greater APRs than the Volt and T-Fuel pair, but I was just experimenting. So you figure 76%, that's, you know, that's a significant amount of return compared to just staking your T-Fuel. You'd get about 8.25%, I think I calculated, would be the returns for a year of just staking your T-Fuel. So if you could take that and stake it in a liquidity pool and earn 76% APY, you know, that's a significant improvement. So anyway, I'll go into more detail in future videos on this VoltSwap and yield farming. The T-Fuel Volt pair is probably the lowest APY of any of them, and it is 9.2 times greater than just staking your T-Fuel to an Elite Edge node. So you can do better than 10x if you want to. So if you did the yield farming with those 10,000 T-Fuel, at the end of a year you would have 17,600 T-Fuel. Well, that's a wrap for this presentation, so cue the music. Well, hopefully that gets you interested in the subject of yield farming. So more videos to come. This was just a starter. And I'd like to give special thanks to a good friend, LT Flyin, for all his help in getting to understand this whole subject. He spent hours with me talking about this and telling me how it works. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that thumbs up for me, and I'll see you in the next video.